same energy. Work on being better when I'm 70. Your drip is just a water spring. You know I drip different, this is 7 seas. I deal with life different, make that lemon squeeze. Went off for my style and identity. Better bounce back and get the cheddar cheese. I guess that's why they envy me.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Big things coming out. News is everywhere. And of course, Bitcoin is underperforming. But today we want to look at the Fed rate cuts odds, which have gone absolutely to the highest level for a long time. I mean, I did say they were going to go to 99%, and they are at a 97% level. That is nuts, man. I've also got a little surprise for you. I've got a very good friend, Matty from MexC, who will be coming. We're going to talk some exchange and, of course, anything in terms of fees and things like that that MexC Global will do for the DXB family. It is an exchange, albeit one that we probably use the most. And I wanted to introduce at least a face from there because exchanges don't normally do this. So let's get into it, guys. I'm going to, first of all, before I do that, jump into what I expect to be what's going on right now. Okay, so this is the, let's go straight to the Fed Watch tool. And what we see here, guys, is very simple. Like I said, we've had a 90-day plan. So you just have to look at what's going on here and let's tick some boxes. So on the 13th, the dates are this should be in your calendar. Everybody and their donkey should be putting this into their dates and calendars. 13 days, 4 hours to go, right? That's your big day. Now, of course, as far as odds are concerned, you can't make this up. This is now sitting at a near perfect 100% for 25 basis points, right? We've got to spell these things out because sometimes a lot of people are slow with the macro. And if you can't get the macro right, it's very difficult to just look tunnel vision into your micro cap every single day. Okay. We have published some reports in the Discord. All the updates are in there. So if you are a member of our DXB VIP, then you need to go check that out immediately. Just make sure you're up with the macro, because if you would have followed me, I guarantee you majority of at least the last month, you would have just literally chilled out. So what are we expecting? So all the big guys are going to come. There's going to be those that are saying a dump, pre-FOMC, post-FOMC. Historically, September has never been that great for Bitcoin, but this time is different. This market, this cycle, everything here is different, right? So we're going to go into that. But before I do that, let me just get a couple of more things up here. Notably, you saw the big announcement today from, actually, let me just show you the price of Bitcoin right now and what it is that's going on. In terms of the picture for the altcoins, guys, it hasn't changed one single bit, okay? Altcoins are still in their same old situation. And I'm going to share this screen with you right away. So this is what we're looking at right now. BTC price. And you can go to any altcoin in the market, and the picture is pretty much one of absolute blood across the board. 110 is where we're sitting. But if you look at the price, let's go to the daily. The price on the daily is quite important because we've got some key levels below that potentially we could go and drop to. But right now, as you can see here, let me just remove some of these drawings. Right, for 2 weeks consecutively now, since we topped, you can see the price has moved in this narrow channel. And guys, honestly, if you keep the TA very simple, you just understand like few basic things here, we should be able to kind of come back at least to retest the $15,000 level. And that if that's any sell the news in the market. Otherwise, we have a massive, massive support here. Institutional order blocks expanded all the way down here, like this whole entire, 96K level. And we will look at the liquidation heat maps as well and talk about that in more detail. But before I jump to any of that, let me just flip the screen, bring someone on board. Let me stop the screen share. What is going on, Matty? How are you, brother? Just coming off mute. Guys, we got MexC in the building. We can't hear you. I'm sure. Let me see. Let me just go straight to the comments. Big up to Aussie. Guys, I need you in the comments to let me know whether you can hear Matty, whether you can hear me. Big up yourselves. I can see quite a few of you already in there, Pratik in the building. Check your microphone. Yeah, you can't. So people actually can't hear you. Yeah, no worries. I'll continue. Just drop in and out, and then we will.
Okay,
Perfect.
let me. Perfect. Yeah. So you can hear me right now, right?
Perfect. Great to have you on the channel, man. How are you?
Yeah, all is good, bro. How are you? How are your followers?
Everyone is well. I think the market has. There's an echo? Do you have a secondary device there? Something. I think maybe the channel is running or something. If you have any YouTubes or anything like that.
No, I am only talking from
my perfect now.
Yeah, okay.
So that's perfect.
Yeah, let me introduce myself to your followers. Hey guys, this is Matiem, and I'm a business development manager for MexC Global, the lowest fees in the market globally. And I am right now with DXB Crypto. My pleasure to be with him today, and we're gonna introduce some good incentives and good offers for you, especially guys, and we will go and we will make very, very good trading on MexC. And I see the market right now is very good to make very good earning and very good trading. So let's fucking go, guys, and we are cooking something for you with DXB Crypto. As you see, as you know all, our trading fees is 0.04. So this is at least trading fees on the market. And after this stream, we will make a special offer for you guys. If anyone join using DXB Crypto, he will take $25 after he deposit 100 USDT, and all of next prizes coming on the way, guys. And I am very fan and a big fan for DXB Crypto, guys. Is MexC available in Nestle? Yeah, MexC is available. Yeah, you can try it. Please put your link on the comment to let them join for us through the
amazing link. Stuff, bro. So basically, primarily we are seeing more and more people get into leverage. I think the dangers have always been, because majority of my audience is that we're macro investors. So we buy low, we sell high, we deal with spot. So guys, the offers are not futures only. These are also spot offers as well. Like literally, like for example, fees and things like that.
Yeah, the offer we are giving to them, they can withdraw it and they can use it to trade and everything. Yeah, so this is very good opportunity, guys, to join MexC and start your trading right now.
Amazing, amazing stuff. So what perhaps, I mean, one of the things we spoke about, of course, guys, we always want alpha and we always want to have connection with exchanges. Like literally, it takes a lot to actually find somebody like you within the exchanges where, you know, this is the first time ever you're probably seeing any exchange appear on a live stream for, you know, to be like this. So I really appreciate you coming along, supporting us in terms of that. It also helps in areas, I believe, where people have specific questions. So Hamza was saying, are you available in the Netherlands? If somebody, for example, gets stuck with funds being frozen, the bull market is here, guys. Literally the bull market is here. So we need to be. We now have a contact within MexC, and that's why I don't take on any exchanges unless I realize where majority of, like, a lot of people, in, you know, myself included, have got a lot in MexC.
Yeah,
So,
let me just send for them my username in Telegram. If anyone need to reach out to me at any time, just hit me, guys, and send a message, and I will be there at any time. Just tell me that you are joining through DXB Crypto, and then all things under your hands right now. So
amazing stuff.
At anything, 24/7. If you have any question, any ask, any problem you need to solve it quickly, just tell me that you are coming from DXB Crypto, and I will be available all the time for your help, guys. Thank you so much for introducing me, and
thank you, brother.
Pleasure to be with you today. Thank you, guys. If you need any question or have anything, just send me a message or calling DXB Crypto. As DXB Crypto said, we are very, very big exchange. We will offering very good things together. So let's fucking do it, guys, and let's make it great, and let's make DXB Crypto great again. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you so much, brother. Listen, thank you for coming on anyway. We do appreciate you. And like I said, the amount of questions I get on all things MexC, it is absolutely fantastic to have you as a contact, brother. Thank you so much. And I will put create a space for you in the Discord so that we can actually interact within the environment.
Just invite me and I will be there. Yeah, let's fucking
amazing stuff. Amazing stuff, man. Thank you very much, man. Have a lovely one, and we will continue with the show. But cheers for coming on and explaining that to us. Thank you, brother. Take care, Habib. Bye. Bye, bro. So, guys, there you have it. So, one of the most fundamental things in a bull market is just making sure that you've got enough good exchanges where you can cash out, you know, if you have any issues. We don't just talk about, you know, leverage. For me, you guys know we are fundamentals, you know, investors, but this is what's going on right now. And things are about to heat up. Private sector hiring slows sharply. Of course, this is the data you're starting to see right now. Okay. Things are starting to get very, very interesting. Like I said, the rate cuts are at a very optimum level. People are now jumping the gun. And guess what? Market makers are going to have a field day with this, driving the market in either direction, right? So when it comes to Bitcoin right now, we just need to make sure any levels above 100K are held, 100K itself, all the way to 96K. If that happens, it's still very, very bullish moving forward. The cycle got slightly longer, and we will see things go from strength to strength. But the headwind and of the two macro, the two macro reports, it is now officially after tomorrow 3 down, 1 to go. 2 labor market data reports. So the Fed's dual mandate is going to be met. The Fed's dual mandate is inflation and labor. So we've really had these 4 reports, of which we've done 2. Tomorrow looks very good. It does fall into a weekend. And of course, we are going to talk about the altcoins that you all want to talk about right now. So That's the backdrop to everything, guys. Jerome Powell, still the man with the plan. And he is the guy who's going to decide exactly what happens. I mean, could you imagine a scenario where these guys go, do you know what? We're not going to cut the rates. Could you imagine a scenario where they come up and do that? It is absolutely insane. But yeah, let me come and greet the community here. Graham said, historically speaking, September has always been bad for the market. Big facts, a lot of data to back that, and of course, it is everything you're saying there's correct. It has been, and of course, a lot of the big companies, corporate, the corporate guys, they do a lot of readjusted as well, rebalancing. So September is typically a struggle, and the data doesn't really. It's proven. It happens all the time. It happens every single time. What is going on, Pratik, in the building? Do you expect rate cuts to be sell the news event? Yes, I do. And it's kind of like, if you go back to what I was talking about in terms of the overall, my 90-day plan, the famous 90-day plan that I talk about. By the way, guys, my daughter got me this. You know what I'm saying? It says amazing daddy. Small little things like that, man. Anyway, so yes, I do expect mass manipulation between now and whatever the market's next leg up is, and that is starting, I do believe, this year has this whole kind of jostle between, you got the tariffs now as well. October is an important date for us, guys. October, you have to remember there's a lot of positive things. There's also the tariffs ruling, or if you call the grace period for Trump to run his tariffs, that's also going to be a bullish factor. But we could chop around for a bit and then have a pump. But I do believe this cycle now potentially spills into Q1 2026. That's where all the pointers are at the moment. Big up Untold. Bale just put a contract in here. What is this? Check comedy on Solana, very early, new trying crypto, extremely hilarious parody account about KOLs in crypto. That's funny. They have plans to animate this series. Yeah, community wants to. Yeah, let's have a look at this. So let's go to Dex Screener. What is it called? Comedy. Wojak is a good buy. What's the ticker? KOL Mendy. Medi, sorry. Let's see. I can't even find them on Dex, but yeah, thanks for letting me know, man. But this is the chart of Wojak, by the way. Absolutely dead. One of the best charts to buy, actually. Morning Smiles, Mr. Patriot Caveman in the building. And of course, Aussie here with Say. So we talked about Say yesterday, I believe, or whatever the last stream that we did was. Say is an excellent layer one. Say has a potential to go $3-5 this cycle. And Say also has the opportunity to consolidate and then go nuts. I mean, the TVL is up. The overall, when I look at these layer ones, Let me just go to the weekly. When you look at these larger layer ones, you just got to think about them as a rotation this time. Like 10x here is very likely, at least according to the targets that we looked at the other day. So, you know, say can get into some really, really key high levels. Fundamentally, I think, you know, say like Sui is a second cycle. I would probably say next cycle, there's going to be, of course, every cycle there's new layer ones. This is a first cycle cryptocurrency, guys, backed by the likes of Circle and Coinbase as well. They have exactly the same VCs as Solana, so that should do very well from here. But I would expect people to take profits starting after it goes above $1, because this is the only region, the only chance you have of taking good profits on say, in my opinion. Anything from like $2.70, from $1 above, you should be able to grab some decent profits. Let's have a look at your questions. Morning, fam. From the ATL airport, it's supposed to be disconnected, but I can't. What is going on, Mr. Jeremy? Mr. Rogers, all the way over there in ATL airport, man. What a legend. Absolute legend of a brother. Let's go through these. Got some new audience as well. Follow the channel. I got 5,000 to put into Pump Turbo Nero. Ooh, smile. Smiles and cries. $5,000 into Turbo Nero or Pump. Well, the pump from Pump has been absolutely exceptional. They've bought over $75 million worth of tokens. And they have now, everybody was pissed off because the IDO level, it was dumped. It was dumped really, really hard. But it's absolutely come back with a bang, right? It's come back with a bang. And of course, right now it's at a crazy level, man. Look at the resistance here. Pump.fun has, this is a great comeback, in my opinion. They have done really, really well to buy their tokens, to get back to a level. Let me just get rid of this. Let's get rid of the watermark. So this is the pump token. I said to a lot of people in the community that you really need to watch this one. And we talked about it at these kind of like initial dump, but this was the crucial level where a lot of people were just thinking, shit, you know, this kind of came out and look at this dump. This is insane. But they bought the tokens back, right? So for me, this one looks like it's on its way up to test these new all-time highs. There's just so much volume, so much buyback that it's not even funny anymore. Like literally, it's a very, very strong cryptocurrency. It has the ticker and it's got the strategy. So, you know, well done to these guys for pumping this. But if you kind of didn't buy it here at this 0.025, I guess this is going to be a slightly tougher chart to chase. I do believe in the long term, there is a massive amount of room for growth into the billions for this one, right? So I do like, of the three that you mentioned there, I do like the pump token. However, currently what people will look at is just the 1.5 billion and the fully diluted valuation, right? So what you want to do is with certain coins, like certain things, the market cap really is sometimes dependent on what you're looking for. So, but it's not everything. So if this pulls back, I would be interested in it. If it comes back to those 0.0025, I doubt it. It has a decent TVL. And of course, yesterday you heard the news that somebody from Wall Street actually put a $25 million into Bonk as well. So these meme coins are very, very interesting. Now, the other ones that you mentioned there, namely Nero and Turbo, with $5,000 today, I guess the question that you probably need to ask is, where would you put where would you put $5,000 in a meme coin today as DXB, right? And I can tell you right now, if I wanted to buy a single lump of a meme coin today with $5,000, I wouldn't buy Pump, and I wouldn't buy Nero, and I wouldn't buy Turbo. I would buy Toshi. Right? That's conviction right there. I would go get the lump and stick it there. Of course, there are more riskier meme coins. There are safer ones. But Toshi just hits all of the boxes for a big bag of money. So that's what I would do, brother. But yeah, 3 decent meme coins you've mentioned there. A big up to the daddies as well, man. Cheers to all the lovely daddies out there. You know, big up yourselves, guys. Honestly, I know most of us are probably doing their day job and everything like that, but listen, it's all worth it at the end of the day. Here's the okay, brother. Now I know what you mean. See if I can. How do I get this? Yeah, I can't copy that. Comedy. Yeah, I tried to look at it on Dex, but I can't. It's not coming up, brother. Yeah, see, I'll get it. And I can't copy that. Let's maybe go to X. It's the same contract address, right? It is the same contract address. Let's go grab this. It's probably not on Dex Speeder yet, but up 35%. It is absolutely hilarious, man. What is this? What is this? 20K market cap. I mean, you know, you can't get more degen than this, right? Bale. Gareth Bale strikes again. Drinking liquidity. And what is this? I think it's such a degen thing. I mean, it's 20K market cap, right? Really, like, you know, but it does. I think they can get more creative as well with the, you know, this has KOL and friends. I mean, this is quite funny, man. They could make this as hilarious as possible. You got the Bitcoin frigging KOL, the real men wear diapers KOL. You got the cool brother here. You've got the next explosive charge over here. I'll be honest with you, man. I can see the funny side of this. the 0.001% prints. We want to flip the combined assets for all influencers. How much? Takes over those nasty greenbacks. Oh, this is look. I think look for 20K, for 20K market cap, you can't get more degen than that. The only thing is, right now, we're seeing here is it's just initial stuff, but yeah, I'll keep a watch on this, bro. Let's give them a follow. Sell full clip. I mean, that's exactly what this has been quite topical this week, right? Like, you know, Crypto Galaxy's meltdown and of course a few others as well. And you know, Archie, Archie bigged me up yesterday on his live stream. Big up to Archie as well. But you're seeing like this is the culture. So yeah, man. That is quite funny. Ski Mask Dog or Key Cat on base. I'll give you a funny analogy here. They over the weekend they asked the Aston Villa manager, Unai Emery. I don't know if you follow football, but they asked him about his goalkeeper, Argentinian goalkeeper Emi Martinez, and he just stood there saying Marco Bisot. So it's like when you ask me a meme coin on base, what the natural answer to give you, honestly, like the Key Cat is good, Ski Mask is good, similar market caps. Key Cat has way better volume, right? Like, holy crap, it's not even close. You know, this is Ski's volume, 400K. Key Cat is doing a $1.7 million volume. Still very, very small. We know that because the market is on a tear. But I would seriously, again, you know, I would look at Toshi. Like, I don't understand. Like, I would definitely see, yes, the market cap is bigger, but I just think that it's going to be so much better. But between these two, based on metrics, I would probably go with Key Cat. Yeah, no, good stuff. If you don't have DGen plays, you are at the DGen channel, and we can help you with that. I'm not sure if you're in our VIP group. It's $9 a month to join there. I would advise you go and join our VIP group. We'll give you plenty of DGen plays. But to be honest, I mean, when you say DGen plays, it also you factor in what you have in terms of the large caps. But if you're definitely looking at the likes of, you know, Nero, Turbo, these are very solid meme coins, right? But for me, Toshi is king. You know, that is a high conviction, very relatively safe, mature base meme coin that will do very well. But of course, a lot of the base meme coins will run. I think Ponke will run on both Solana and base. I'm still waiting for what they, you know, DGen is a prospect, has been, but sitting at 100 million, one of the top projects on base. I'm skipping Brett because Brett's kind of like last year. It's not worth it anymore for me. I'd rather put that money into Toshi. Like I said, Key Cap and Ski Mask are solid. And then Dogging Me here sitting at $31 million. Mr. Miggles was the biggest base meme coin at one point, right? And then, of course, you come down so hard from there. You got the base Pepe here at 10 million. Mochi, which is an OG base meme coin at 8 million. It'd be interesting to keep an eye out on this lower end of the base meme coins. You got Young PC here sitting at 4 million, and bases for everyone. I mean, this was insanely, this is ridiculous actually. That was a rug. That was almost a rug, by the way. But yeah, just keep looking at this. And again, the more you go down, the higher the risk, right? But you don't see as many rugs as you see on Solana. That's for sure. You know, you got this. Look at this one. Yeah, Dream on base, 500K market cap, and it's been steaming up. You do find good meme coins here, but like I said to you, for base, yeah, Toshi's the king. Can you speak about selling strategies? Absolutely, brother. And how, of course, not actually sell, but different techniques. Yeah, for sure. So a couple of different things. One thing that we've recently, one thing that I've been sharing is, and I've put out a little video, a snippet of a video on YouTube Shorts, is looking at Ethereum and then looking at the, kind of like as we move up into the Ethereum higher price targets. I have also published, I just need to refresh you guys with, I have actually published an exit video and documentation on the in the VIP group. But here's what I would do. I mean, essentially, we are looking at coins that are going to move at different times, right? The one thing I'm not going to do this time round, if we do get a decent pump, because I guess what really kills us the most is we don't exercise the sell muscles as much as we exercise the buy muscles, right? So people are constantly accumulating, but there's just, then the coin goes and does nothing for a very long time and you're stuck with it. And that's the problem that we've seen, especially coming into 2025. I think, December 2024, around Christmas, was a clear point of exit, regardless of where our emotions stood. And that was, it's going to be the same. First of all, we will look at fear and greed index. Is the market in alts? Are we in an extreme greed or heading towards extreme greed? We haven't seen that so far. So that's a big indicator. Number two is the macro picture looking shaky for that particular period. And are the macro charts topping? So Bitcoin, of course, is the obvious indicator. And then within that, are we able to trigger the sales based on the technicalities of the day? So you can't just say exit and wait, say 20x for your coin, right? If the fundamentals go against it, you cannot even exit at 10x. So you have to watch. Sometimes a particular coin, like imagine the kind of runs the likes of Zibek had, Toshi did have that explosive run from the bottom. So at that particular moment, you have to assess how much of it you want to take out. But genuinely, in terms of exits, there is a percentage that I would ladder out. And the obvious one for me is let me just show you an example of the Ethereum exit that we did. Let's go to library. Ethereum. Because the honest truth is, if you had a system where you kind of like looked at it this way, like for example, let me just bring this. And this is kind of like not one size fits all. It's let me share this with you. Boom. So we have either a specific coin or a macro exit, right? And I'm hoping the two kind of complement each other, but let's give you, so this would be available in the Discord. So let's look at an example of an exit for Bitcoin or Ethereum or any of these coins, right? essentially our liquidity indicator for altcoins is going to be ETH. So we're going to identify levels where at the very minimum, and I'm telling you, most people are way too greedy. So people don't really think about psychological numbers like this. Like if ETH hits $6,000, what would that mean for my altcoin, right? It is a well-rounded number. It is, I'm sure, a number that is going to be whole, that is going to be targeted, right? So here's some overall general rules that you should have. Look at Ethereum. Once ETH clears, right, previous all-time highs and moves into price discovery, numbers like 6K are going to be, for example, psychological levels for those early people leaving the market. Institutions also place orders at various different levels, but they are 6,000, 7, 8, whatever the net level is. And everyone on their dog is going to say, okay, maximum I want to get out of my altcoins or ETH is $8,000. And $8,000 ETH, the Ethereum dominance will be up significantly. So these are not resistance levels, but more so liquidity magnet levels. Of course, you can trim small amounts, or you can exit the position on, say, 3x or 5x or whatever if you want to do rotation. But for me, the core holdings, the ones that I want to pull the most money out of, I'll be looking at Ethereum very closely. Of course, we look at Bitcoin as well, but we look at Ethereum's performance. If we feel like Ethereum's going to taper out, then the chances are those alts, which are the majority, which are paired to Ethereum, say kind of like, so you have to check its Ethereum pairing, see how that's doing, and then I would exit that. So that's, 8 to 10K. So you're looking at 100% move from ETH's previous all-time high. So by this time, my general rule is 70% plus out at that stage, right? If I start seeing $10,000 Ethereum or, $8,000 to $10,000 Ethereum, I should be able to offload my alts. And of course, the next target then moves higher. So this is again using Fibonacci retracements. And so we have to watch ETH is basically my basic answer. And then by the time you start hearing the media, this is obviously a no-go zone, right? This is very low liquidity generally in the market, and that's how they're going to trap people. So we see this coming. And then, of course, the other thing we can do is first we need to confirm alt season, in this ETH BTC ratio as the real trigger of alt season. And I think we did look at this chart, which we will look at again. So that's the general. This is what I call the governing exit strategy, right? Not just looking at say, I don't know, tied with my hands. No, we need to ladder out. We need to pull out money on the way up. 50 cents is going to be quite psychological. Say he's going to go to $5, $10. So I'm going to sit tight and wait for $5. No, a lot of people will exit at around $1.50 to about $3. Then you're sitting there holding the bag. And classic story that happened to me last cycle was my Hedera bag. I had a very healthy H-bar bag, of which I sold 40% on panic mode, and I came back down with 60% of my bag because I would not shift it unless it was, everybody was convinced that H-bar was going to $1 plus last cycle. So there I was. I had like very healthy amount of tokens, easily, I was able to split it. But what happened was Hedera did a double top. So On the second retracement, like on the first retracement, like everybody was like arrogant. The second one really caught people out. So you have to do not wait. And as we move on to a better time, better condition in the market, I will be able to look at individual altcoins and just have a realistic, realistic exit points. But that's the general rule, right? I hope that helps. And again, Jeremy, send me a kind of like a list of tokens. We can take a look at that together as well. Let's leave that one. So let's go back here. Let me share. I've got a couple of AMAs lined up, guys, that I will be hopefully bringing to you guys. So while we were on the subject of bull market exits, right? Because everyone is a genius, you know, aftermath, right? Like everyone is a brilliant trader. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. This Hedera, let's go to the weekly. All right, so this is the previous bull market price action for H-bar. Okay. So imagine, right? I really want you to imagine this. Imagine you're holding this token, but you have no price data beyond this point. Okay. You have no price data beyond this point. This is Hedera's price action in that particular moment. So what you've done is from these lows, and this happened to me, by the way, this is not a true Hollywood story. This is a real life story. This is not Rick James at all. So from there, we went up and did a straight 15x. Cool. H-bar wicked all the way up here. Everyone felt like they were on top of the world. And if you look at the date of that wick here, right? Let's put some understanding on how the difference between making it and losing it is. So let's put a line there. So this happened on Monday, 13th of September, 2021. The price of Hedera wicks up here, right? All the way, like this was, nobody was going to catch that, but it went all the way up there. And then what happened? Everybody said it's going to $1. And then the price goes from all-time high and it drops here, lowest point. It drops massively. And then everybody thought, shit, we are done. We are cooked, man. And possibly, I mean, look at this, right? You bought you bought here. Let me just show you this again. So you bought here. You did this pump here. And this is all kind of like early parts of 2021. So you did all of this move. And this is where people got caught out. So this move here was just like unbelievable. It just came and never recovered. But if you look at this, we'll go back to this. Let's go measure this. Top to bottom, that's kind of like a 1,100% move. Okay. Then this was followed by a massive crash of 70% crash. So my point is this, guys. Imagine you held 15x or whatever it was, and you lost 70% of it to these lows here. This is probably the most for me, the most vivid that I've ever remembered a coin in causing me a heartache. So you're seeing a bull market gain and a very, very quick. And when you switch this to the daily, you just realize how mad that is, right? You start to realize how absolutely insane this whole move was. There you have it. And this is the most important lesson, in my opinion, for everybody. So my point is this, guys. If you held here to 1,150%, right? 50% gains, and you wrote it. It's actually even more. That move was even way more. It was like almost just a 15x run between December 2021 right up to September's top here. And then just imagine the psychology of losing 70% of that entire move and holding through here. Now, the good lesson here is some of our coins have already done this, right? So this second move here is the real killer. So when H-bar second time did this move, it went up from that low candle there to that top candle there. This was up another 350%. But everyone sold right here. And rightly so. You are absolutely screwed because you thought you could hold this to $1 right there, and you couldn't. So my point is this: sometimes irrational money presents itself. Irrational gains come. If you're seeing 1,000%, 500% on a coin, please don't be greedy. Clip the effing thing. Sell it. Right? Because even if you sold H-bar, let's remove these drawings again. And this is a lesson, this is a blast from the past. Like, if you bought here, and you sold here, and you made 10, right, to 15x, what are you doing? Like, seriously, what the F are you doing in the coin? And even if as it's coming down, and I know it's easier said than done, but this is going to happen to many of us time and time again. So you bought here. What you need to do is you need to absolutely, you can't time the top, but all this is an opportunity to make money. So while your coin is trending, while your coin is going parabolic, while you're seeing a 50, 100% daily kind of rise on your coin, start selling. Man, that was my lesson from H-bar. That thing, that move. And the good thing was, to be fair, when it crashed here back in August, same period. So a lot of people are looking at the cycle right now and saying, where's the comparison between 21 and 2025? And everybody likes to make you believe that crypto is different all the time. But it's effing the same shit. Like, I can tell you now, crypto is not any different. So what you will notice here is this period for H-bar, where majority, and a lot of altcoins actually did this. The dates are super important here. So if you want to know what happened, from the summer, like the bottom here in July, if you look at this massive crash that we had on that first attempt, this is like the summer months. And what do we have now? Alt's doing very well relatively in late July, August, or sorry, the majority of July and August. So we are going to see a pattern like this. So if you miss this kind of run, don't worry. But if your chart does the same thing again, i.e. it's going to repeat this over here, you need to sell. You need to sell, you need to sell, you need to sell. You need to set, in fact, you need to set limit orders. So that was my one of the best lessons I've learned in crypto. I've learned some more since, but this was kind of like, okay, don't worry, man. I'm going to make my money. The cycle's not over. I make a 15x from the lows to the top here. And then don't sell. Oh shit, it's over. So then holding through this period, I was moving like a G, man. I really convinced myself the next time it goes up and it touches here, I'm not going to sell it. Because why? It's going to my psychological profit point of $1. And it never reached $1, man. So then it dropped again. And H bar came all the way down to 30 cents. And it started to recover a little bit. But about, and I never forget here, around October 2021, I was like, there's this dip here. You would see like a big wick here that goes down to like 30, like I think it went all the way down to like 31 or something here. There's bottom of this wick here. Let me show you. This was my infamous wick, man. I'll show you here. Yeah, so as the price was kind of like moving up again, this happened. H-bar decided to send this red candle here. And this was my 2021 H-bar moment. And then what happened? Okay, it looks bad, right? I exited this on a red candle and it was at 32 cents. But what really happened from there? Yes, the price did go up for another couple of days, weeks, right? But what happened next was legendary, because even though this was my exit, even though that candle was my break, this was my breaking point, I could not stomach allowing all of that digital unrealized cash money there. I was like, F that, man. I'm not going to sit here, waste my time, my life, waiting for this shit to hit $1. So I'm going to sell. So instead of selling 100%, I took a big fat 40% of my cash there. But that was like 400,000 tokens. So I was over the moon, happy with my achievement. And then he went into this little run. Because if you see, this was like a very difficult period where this shit was going wicking up and down, up and down. But look what happened afterwards. Look what I avoided. This was a monumental, this was the mother of all bear markets, right? So my point is this. We are in an industry that's highly volatile, that's highly dangerous, that's unbelievably difficult, highly manipulated. So when we think in unrealized profits, what happens is we become rich from digital numbers. We start making plans. You know, I'm going to put a new driveway there. I'm going to get an Aston Martin DB9, DB10, whatever. I'll get a McLaren. I'll take the wife to Seychelles or Maldives or Hawaii. I'm going to buy a new kitchen. You know, I'm going to take out my IKEA kitchen and I'll get a new kitchen. No. Secure the money first. And I can tell this story, like there's coins that I made way more money in than H-bar. But the lesson for me was so vivid. You know, that one thing that sticks with you. Because what I did is I did the poor man's math. I've got 1 million tokens. It's going to go to $1 and I'm going to cash out $1, $1 million. That's the basic maths. That's frigging greed, man. You know? So that you know, that I hope every single one of you can benefit from that, because that is a lovely question by Jeremy. Mr. Rogers there coming up with a banger. But this was my, you know, I teach this lesson to my daughters. No, greed. You think the market makers are greedy? You think the bull cycle institution is against you? No. The biggest fucking hurdle is yourself. And you will never know that until you have 3 weeks, 2 weeks of pure euphoria in the market. And nobody's ready for that. Everyone is now conditioned to sitting underwater, not knowing what to do with their coins. And there are more sales in red candles than there are in green. That's a effed up human psychology. Don't ask me how that friggin' happens. But a human being is likely to sell in the red at a 50%, 30%, 70% loss than they are to sell at a 70%, because the green triggers. Why do you think the candles are in red and green? That shit triggers your inner human greed. Your plans come out. Because the way the human brain is wired, you know, for thousands of years, we were taught to survive. So it's like an amputation, right? Your coin is down 40%. You know, I'll always build myself back up. And again, you know, there's times to cut your losses. I agree. And you should cut your losses, but you should do it in a manner that also allows you to sell in the green. And this H-bar chart was my moment of saying, I've squandered this, right? Man came up here and gave all of this back. And then I sat through all of this to try and catch this, but I settled for this. Oh my days. You can't make it up, man. I'm gonna settle for that, man. But in settling for that, look what I avoided. This is mad. This is a bear market. You know, I avoided the best part of many years of hurt right there. So don't look at things in a negative manner when you're up. That's when you need to get rid of your greed and say, clip, 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 clip. And then if the market drops, you see what's happening. You look at the macro, and then you say, okay, can I have a H-bar moment where within a bull cycle, it went from this to this, and then I'll buy here, perhaps a little bit, but we know the cycle is going to top anyway. So thank you for that. That was an excellent question by my brother there. It's a lovely, lovely question, Jeremy. Thank you. The next Solana pump, Toshi. Yes, sir. Toshi is on base, right? I'm going with Toshi. You twisted my arm. Honestly, I'm looking after you, and one of the reasons maybe you want to watch my Memecoin video from earlier in the week, but Toshi has something that the other tokens don't, and that is Coinbase. Anyway, they don't have a token, right? So I guess the the whole idea of the Coinbase ecosystem is to pump, and Toshi has something called Toshi tools, right? So here's an example. Everything we do here, guys, we're going to do it with good intention and give you solid information. So when you buy Toshi, what you're looking at is, so I went through like, I don't know, 50 different meme coins, right? What the F is this, man? Like, I honestly think now is probably overtaking Bonk, which was a free airdrop. So you've got double the holders of Pepe. You've got more holders than, you know, the Trump token, which has about 600,000 holders. You've got more holders than Brett in its own chain. You've got Coinbase listing. So, you know, sometimes conviction comes with, you know, clarity comes with just being convinced and knowing that what you have is just a decent project. I mean, I bought a decent bag at sub $20 million market cap, and we've done very well out of this, but I wish I would have bought more, because this is basically Coinbase's own Pepe this, with utility, you know. It's now on Coinbase. And you know what? It's not a coincidence that Brett is not being listed on Coinbase as of yet. Toshi NFTs, collectibles. There's Coinbase here. They've decided what they're going to push, in my opinion. And then they got all of these Meow DAOs. The core of Toshi's evolution is the Meow DAO, a testament to our dedication to decentralized governance. And then, of course, you've got this thing that should pump out social media launches. I think another very good project on Base is Zora as well, guys. Zora is going to be solid. Appreciate that, bro. Ondo Pith, Aether. Excellent stuff, man. My brother. And bro, you know, honestly, like very soon we'll start doing we'll jump back into our Discord live so we can have more kind of like these intimate calls and look at portfolios and stuff like that. I think yes, with linear, I mean, think about it. Everyone is bearish on it. And this actually pulled all the way back to like a couple of $1 million in market cap, right? It's at $14 million market cap. And what you have again here, bro, is the consensus element. Now, this is a $14 million market cap cryptocurrency. It's very, very tiny. Of course, linear is a layer 2. We know layer 2s haven't done well, right? So from that perspective, you have to, of course, always be cautious. But overall, what you have is, can they, look, the chart is at the very, very low levels. But they will always have relatively okay volume, 1.6 million. Majority of that is generated from Bybit. And then what you have is, why can't I share this like instantly? So this is basically MetaMask in disguise, right? Foxy, linear, consensus, Ethereum, MetaMask. There's so many things that you can link to this being a decent meme coin. Now, I do believe that this should be the Toshi. This is the Toshi of linear. No, you know, but at the moment it's been suppressed and we haven't really seen linear take off yet. But this was meant to be on credit cards. It's on the new MetaMask. What do you call? It's on their portfolio. It's kind of like now this is in the Ethereum ecosystem under linear. And if you know linear has virtually no gas fees on Ethereum. So the fact that this is their official mascot makes me think at $14 million, it has been it's been a lagger, to be honest. It hasn't done all of that crazy well so far. But that's because of the manipulation, the dump, the airdrops, all the shit they've done so far has made it possible for this thing not to grow. But grow it should. Silk Song Memecoin. Silk Song. Silk Song. What is that, bro? Kind of like obscure. Silk Song. Okay, this is a frog that is nice. It's 8K, man. This is not. Yes, I mean, look. At the end of the day, 8K meme coins are way below where I can talk about. What's going on, Mr. Gerard? I hope you're well. Nero on Ethereum down. I just doubled my money. Yeah, honestly, bro, it's so true, man. It's unbelievable. Mr. Peter, how are you, brother? I hope you're well. Bitty is also a good meme coin. It's formed the bottom. Let's have a look at that on DEX. Bitcoin mascot. That's the one, right? $16 million market cap. It is very good liquidity, and the chart does look pretty decent, to be honest. It's had a very good run, actually. Let me see. It came out of PumpSwap, 16 million. Let's go to their website. So meme coins, they need to have a decent website, but this is actually quite fun. I like the look of this. Share the screen. It's the OG. 2015. This was like, I think man, I've seen this at like next to nothing. This is great. I mean, 2015 as the OG mascot of Bitcoin. I remember sharing something about this in the Discord. But very good shout out, brother. I didn't realize it went all the way to 16 million. That's amazing. Limitless trading anytime, brother, anytime. Yeah, Toshi, they stick to Toshi. Toshi will look after you. Toshi will be maybe $10 billion market cap and plenty of upside. Anytime, brother. Yeah, brother, I agree with you. Wagwan HP, all good here. Toshi is him. Brilliant stream. Anyway, guys, it has been an absolutely wonderful stream. Like I said, you guys probably prefer to do these daytime streams, I suppose. And we are going to do some more. I'm going to get off the airwaves, but it's been an amazing stream. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. Guys, join our VIP group where we talk about this stuff every single day, especially the macro. And I'll catch you on the next video, man. Take care, guys.